Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. It's Scooby-Doo Tuesday, guys. You know what that means. Of course, it means we're here continuing the journey of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. This is Season 1, Episode 20, The Siren Song. Interesting. Curious what that's all about. The Siren's Song. So, we'll find out what's in the episode. I'm excited. And you guys have been hyping this up, saying, wait till next week's episode on last week's reaction, which of course was Night Fright. Scream. Scream. You guys were commenting saying, just wait till next week's episode, which is, of course, here. So, I'm excited. You guys have been hyping it up. I'm loving the show. I really am. And I am enjoying the offshoots in terms of stepping away from the overarching mystery in terms of Crystal Cove and what's happening with the original Mystery Incorporated and Mr. E and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also loving that as well. Like, I'm loving the aspects of we have an overarching mystery, but also these one-off type episodes that may or may not tie in. Like, ultimately, mystery has appeared in some sort of capacity, whether it's a clue or something or a letter, but mystery has been a part of a lot of things that have happened so far on the show. So even if it's not necessarily tying in exactly to the overarching mystery, there's still some sort of connection, and I'm really enjoying the show. And it's crazy because now people are talking about this show even more because the newly released, as I'm recording this video, Velma, the HBO Max original series, a lot of people are like, you're going this adult route. Look at Mystery Incorporated. Look what that show did. It is still kid friendly, but it's darker, and I definitely agree with that. So it's kind of crazy how now more and more people are talking about the show now because of Velma and everything. So it's kind of crazy how that works. So anyways, guys, let's get into now. I'm excited for this episode. You guys have been hyping it up, so I can't wait. The Siren Song, Season 1, Episode 20. Let's go.
Salty scallops, empty again.
Isn't Dead Man's Point haunted?
Aye, 'tis
Haunted.
what they say.
That was quick.
This fog is thicker than sea poop. Now, that's more
A lot
like
of fish. Oh, there's 4. Well, the title makes sense now because dealing with sea creatures, some sort of sea creatures, whatever.
I love the haunted museum when it's empty. Wow.
What?
I haven't seen.
What?
Look away, Daphne.
Scrappy?
The manager
I
says
think I said it at some point, like, are they going to reference him?
all you can gorge only applies to amateur diners. You guys are pros.
Amateur. Pros.
She's got us there, Scoob. By building our lung capacity, we can hold our breath and literally inhale as much food as we want.
No mysteries to report. Just another Friday
Oh, it's
night.
that
I'm
crate or
by
whatever,
myself,
that,
as usual.
yeah, chest.
Dear Mystery Incorporated, have you looked into the case of the missing sardine boat that disappeared off Dead Man's Point? Hello, Daphne? Velma.
We got a
Just
mystery.
got a tip on our webpage. Yes, I know you're in love with Fred. Velma. Shaggy. Velma.
Hi.
I've got a mystery for
Mystery.
us. This boat disappeared. Hello? Hello? He hung up on me. They don't
Wow.
want to help? Fine.
She's all by herself? This is not good.
It's gonna be impossible.
Please listen and learn.
There actually is a siren song. And it's creepy.
Oh, who's there?
I know you struggle with being smarter than everyone. Think that you have a neck waddle, which is why you always wear a turtleneck.
Oh, hello.
A mermaid?
Crystal Cove is in danger. They're coming for me. Run, Velma, or
Coming?
they'll get you too.
Oh shit. They're quick, it seems. Yeah.
Like if I wore boots, I'd be shaking in them.
Mr. E's usually the only one we get tips from.
Yeah.
This could be some kind of trap. There are 2 Skipper Sheltons?
Besides myself,
Oh.
there are 5 Skipper Sheltons, all siblings of mine. The next thing you'll be telling me is that mermaids really exist.
No, they don't, but...
What will those crazy kids come up with next?
Well, you're about to find out. Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
Where are you?
He should have went home. Oh, what the hell?
How did you get here all the way from the ocean?
Skipper Shelton has been taken by the fish freaks.
What?
We just left him.
I
Exactly.
think they're headed for the oil platform.
Good thing I have this key I use to snoop around your room when you're not here. Oh dear, did I just say that out loud?
At the window.
See? I was wondering if this haunted oil platform is the same one that used to be on back in the day by Destroido.
The company with all those terrible products?
About 20 years back?
I didn't know you lived here that long ago.
I didn't.
Destroido's having a press conference tomorrow.
That guy.
Might be worth
That
paying
guy.
him a visit.
Dummy dummies.
fortified with extra lift.
Gummy dummies.
Gummy dummies. The candy.
Oh, those guys.
Ernesto?
Hello again, Comrade Daphne.
Hello.
We have missed you on the
I
front
thought they were
lines
just
in our fight to
cameoing.
take
They're actually
down
in
the
it.
man. Gang, like what brings you here besides obvious evil? We're here to protect Gaia, Mother Earth.
I don't remember Daddy's little boat being so dinged up.
Well, don't worry about it. Whoa. Not creepy at all. Not creepy at all.
The problem with fog is you can't see anything until it's... Can we go now? I don't know.
Yeah,
how
can we
this
go?
place
This is
could
too
get any
creepy.
scarier.
Why is it always foggy?
Wow, look at these knots. The simplicity and the beauty. These fish freaks have skills.
They've been making me and me brother work this rig like shit.
Look exactly the same, just facial hair a little bit different.
They're going to drill for oil underneath this platform.
How are they able to jump so high?
Please,
I need to
begging you
know.
not to drill.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the reveal of who these creatures are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Amy. Amy?
You know her?
Fortunately, I damaged my tail pretty bad dragging myself up those steps, or I'd go after it.
Oh.
I recall
Okay.
you two bragging about how long you can hold your breath.
Once again, we're bait.
Exactly.
At least they're honest. Exactly your bait. Get ready. Careful. I just find it funny that it was just an off button. You know what I'm saying?
Now!
Too bad, you suckers. Now
Oh.
you're caught in my net.
Ernesto?
Hello, Comrade Daphne. and our
What?
fellow comrade,
Oh
Mr.
my
Siren.
God, what?
Did research into our old foe. the
This is
Scooby-Doo.
crazy.
We're going through their trash. We found the location of the oil platform. All we had to do was scare off anyone who started nosing into our business.
Yeah.
Are you telling us that you were going to cause a major environmental disaster in order to get the cash to protest against major
Yes.
environmental disaster?
Must be willing to kill the environment to save it.
No, I don't think that's right.
Wait a minute.
Lovely wife, Amy Cavanaugh. Ordinary human and professional.
Okay,
commercial
this
genius.
obviously I knew it wasn't really a mermaid, but okay.
You acted like you were my friend, and I believed you.
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I came up
That
with
sucks.
the mermaid character out of desperation.
How do you even know about us?
I read your blog. I'm
Oh,
a fan.
nice.
Does that mean you're going to stay in touch? As far as helping, it's what we do. Our friend
What we
Angel
do.
also deserves a lot of credit.
Destroido covered the whole thing up. The papers never even knew about it.
Wait, what?
For the short amount of time that you've been in Crystal Cove,
Yeah.
you sure know a lot about this town's mystery. I want to see the best in them. Unfortunately, they usually let me down. The help you gave us on this oil platform mystery. The diary you provided for the Mystery Manor case. Stuff that you shouldn't know. I think your real name is Cassidy Williams, and you're one of the members of the original Mystery Incorporated that vanished in the caves beneath Crystal Cove.
What? Don't cut to black now! No! No! Holy shit. That was an ending. That was crazy. And of course, they cut to black before she answered, but you could just tell on her face. Shit. Wow. Okay, so first of all, before I get to the ending and then we'll talk about the episode. Love the episode. Great story. Interesting as hell. Wow. Okay, so Velma started to think more on everything because Angel has been around, been kind of helpful and all that. And now my brain is rattling with all these things. Okay, so she is saying that Angel is not her real name, that you are, I think, Cassidy Williams. Like, you're a member of the original Mystery Incorporated that disappeared in the Crystal Cove caves or something. Like, tell me I'm wrong, friend. And it cuts to black. Like, ugh. And I'm now thinking about this little thing too, because I'm thinking back on Angel, and I remember a moment that stuck out in my head for weeks. I've still been thinking about this random moment as well when I think about this show, is Professor Pericles in the episode where he was helping Scooby and everything, and they helped the rest of the gang get the cure or whatever. Of course, he created the whole formula and everything for that woman to use, but still, there's a moment where Angel and Professor Pericles are like communicating in the mystery machine, and there's something about like, nice to meet you. Have I met you before? Or, like, there was some sort of like dialogue, and it was like really like strange. I think it's because I think he knew who that was. Now it makes more sense because he's like, Angel Dynamite. I really need to go back and listen to that again because it's really particular. It's really interesting.
Professor Pericles?
So nice to meet you, Angel.
Yeah. So I was listening to that back as you guys were just hearing that. I was listening to that back. Yeah. So nice to meet you, Angel. He fucking knew. Of course, he's smart as hell. He knew. Man. Glad I went back and listened to that because I want to hear the full context of that. So, the mystery thickens. Wow. So, I hope we continue that scene in the next episode. We better, because my God, I need more information because that's a big reveal. So, the rest of the episode, which ties into her because she's like, oh yeah, it was something in the papers or whatever. She knew. She's been in Crystal Cove this whole time, or she's been around for so damn long now. So, the mystery behind these creatures, these look like creatures in the Black Lagoon type creatures, they were the protesters from the college episode that appeared in this episode. I'm like, oh, it's them again. And it turns out they are the ones behind it. Now their whole reasoning in regards to like, well, you gotta destroy the environment to save it. And they all in unison go, no, I don't think so. That's not how that works. That was a good moment. But I was quite surprised that it was them. You know how expensive it is to do this and this and this and this. We had to drill oil, even though there's going to be an oil spill, it would have been a disaster. We were going to use the oil to sell it, then to fund our protest. But an oil spill would have made the ocean, the environment surrounding it worse. I don't know. But I think the opening of the episode set the tone in regards to how creepy this is going to be, in regards to the fog and out in the middle of the ocean, further away to a haunted location, and here comes the creature thing. We didn't see where that other guy went, the younger guy. We only saw the brother of the guy who's running that like little seafood thing off the beach. We didn't see the other guy, so I have no idea what happened to him. No idea. So then throughout the rest of the episode, we get more of that foggy location. And I like how visually they showcased the fog like sections, the fog scenes. Like it's really just eerie and uncomfortable. And that's what I think what really works for this show is how they really make you feel on edge whenever there's like something creepy going on. Like just the visuals and the colors and everything, it really works. So, and I do want to mention the statue of a certain character in a second. I just now thought about that. Like, oh, I gotta talk about that too. So, when Velma goes out for the first time by herself and taking Daphne's parents' boat, and like, I hope that they don't care. They're gonna care, but anyway, whatever. So, you hear the Siren song. Now, the title, I think, could have been different for this episode, but because the siren really didn't, like, the woman who was pretending to be the mermaid, the siren song really didn't have a gigantic impact. It really only impacted with Velma feeling kind of left out, it felt, because Daphne's with Fred on a date and they're at the museum, and that ties into the statue that I want to talk about. But then Shaggy and Scooby are talking about their breathing technique in order to eat a lot of food and how they're able to continuously eat nonstop. So they found a way, but not really, because this is not how you actually would eat real, like, it's just a lot of quotes, like, because you can't just keep eating food by you doing a breathing technique. Eventually your body is going to explode, but this is cartoon, so I get it. But they try to make a way to explain how they're continuously eating and never getting full. But then they use that later, of course, to hit the off button on the trail. So they found a way to tie that in. But Velma's mermaid thing, I mean, it would have made more sense if the siren was leading these group of creatures, but that's not what happened. But I get it, because Velma thought she had a friend, even though it was so, like, once the mermaid came in, I'm like, this is, obviously this is not a real mermaid, but once it was so obvious the mermaid showed up to Velma's house, it's not a real mermaid. She would have died, presumably, you would think. I don't know. But Velma was trying to find that connection. And I think that's what really drove her even further to investigate Angel Dynamite, because things are not adding up. Because it's when she finally talked to the woman who, her husband was the scientist that got captured weeks prior to all this happening. And she came up with this character and everything, trying to talk to Mystery Incorporated, because she followed them because she's a fan of Mystery Incorporated, because they've been solving mysteries. And so kind of a tie in there. But then of course it's where she's like, well, there's not, like, this is all covered up by Destroyer. Like, it was all covered up. And by the way, they're gummy dummies. The fuck? Anyways, let's talk about the statue. Because I have to get to this. So I had said, I think, weeks ago, I might have mentioned a couple times, but I remember specifically a couple weeks ago I had mentioned, are they ever going to mention Scrappy-Doo? Because I don't know, could this show have worked with Scrappy-Doo? Because the tone of this show is lighthearted at times, but it is more on the serious and darker side of things. But it's not to where kids can't watch it. Kids need to watch this version of Scooby-Doo, because this is good stuff. Good storytelling, and really fun at times as well. Could Scrappy work? Don't know. I don't think so. But then they show him a statue of Scrappy-Doo. Fred's holding Daphne. Don't look at him. We promised we wouldn't talk about him ever again. We would never mention him. So there's a reason why they have never mentioned Scrappy-Doo, and now they gave an explanation. So apparently Scrappy went evil. Yeah, that was interesting. I like that reveal. I was like, holy shit. So there was two big things. The Scrappy-Doo little tease reveal. This is why Scrappy's never been mentioned, and I'm guessing will never be mentioned again. And now we have this whole Angel Dynamite as one of the original members of Mystery Incorporated. Interesting. I need to go back and look at that photo of the original Mystery Incorporated. That's what I need to look at. So one thing I wish they would have addressed, but of course there's times where they address certain aspects of the creature of the week or the villain or whatever, the mystery, but there's other parts they don't. What they didn't mention in terms of the wizards 2 episodes ago, as I'm recording this video, where we had the white wizard and the red wizard, and they're flying and they're using jetpacks. They explained that, but they didn't explain how they're using powers. In this, they didn't really explain how they're able to swim like as fast as they were, the protesters who were pretending to be these creatures. And they also didn't explain how they're able to shoot out of the water so high and land like all the way up to an oil rig. How are they able to do that? There's no explanation of it. And I get it. There's certain things you gotta like suspend your disbelief, because it's an animated show. If they were realistic, the creatures would not have been able to catch up by swimming at Velma when she's full speed ahead on the boat. That creature would have never been able to do that, unless literally they would have explained that there's like a jetpack or underwater jetpack or something on the back, so they would have fly through the water and shoot out. But still, it just wouldn't. So I get that, but I just wish there was like, they would try it. And then there's sometimes in those flashback scenes, they would explain certain things, like how did that one boy who was obsessed with Velma, how his mom was able to create a robot version of Scooby in that one episode where Scooby was being framed as being this, you know, evil dog or whatever, and it's actually a robot version of Scooby that looks more evil. It's like the Terminator version of Scooby. They quickly threw out, oh, she worked for the army or something, and she worked on robotics or whatever. Like, they quickly threw that line in. So there's times where they do explain certain things and how things are done, but other times they're like, let's just not talk about it, because if we try to explain it, it would just make no sense. So there's no explanation on that. So that's for me to say, I'm going to continue to probably bring up stuff like this that they don't address, but I also understand that if they were to explain every single thing, it would take forever. Plus, there's times where you have to suspend your disbelief, because if they made it all realistic, it wouldn't be as scary. Because when they put the mask on for the creature, when they showed that the mask being put on, it's just the mask with the mouth open. But yeah, whenever we see the creatures, and you see like the inside of the mouths and shit, like if it's a mask, you wouldn't be able to tell the detail. So that's what I'm saying. Suspend your disbelief. But I really enjoyed this episode. Really enjoyed it. Holy shit. My God. Good stuff. Even without the Angel Dynamite reveal things and everything, and even the Scrappy-Doo like statue and everything, which is something I'm glad they at least acknowledged. I still really enjoyed the concept of the episode and the execution. It was really well done in the eeriness and the creepiness of the fog and everything. Good stuff. But man, this episode to me is one of the best that I've seen so far. Because of the Scrappy-Doo thing and Angel Dynamite being revealed who she really is. Those are two big moments, and I really overall think this is good. And it's unfortunate we're getting close to the end of season 1, but thankfully we do have a season 2, so thankfully we still have more episodes to go, of course, after season 1. But it's unfortunate that we don't have a longer show, but at the same time, I'm loving the journey, and I'd like thank you guys so much for supporting me and following me along on this journey. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have about this episode, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content for Scooby-Doo and other things like that. I'm trying to do a variety of stuff on the channel, so make sure you guys subscribe and enjoy and follow along the journey as we try to head to 100,000 subscribers, hopefully at some point in this journey until I quit. But I want to get to 100,000 because I really want to get to that goal, to get a plaque, to have my name on there, to go, all the work I have, here it is. Like, I'm going to try my best to get to that goal. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm done talking. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.